Why, hello everyone. Welcome to our view today. Down facing camera today because it's decided not to work the front facing camera this morning because that's what technology does to us. So, hi everyone. Hi. I can see all of you and I am watching all of you even though you can't see my big smiling face. I'm sure you can hear me and you know that I'm smiling and I'm giving you lots of love. So how is everyone? I can see you all watching. Randy's last day of vacation. Oh, actually, can you turn off that sound for me, my love? Because even though I said yes, I did like it. It has been sound effects. Here we go. Or maybe it's not that. Anyway, we'll figure that out later. But, yes, big hugs to all of you. I'm putting some lippy on like Dina Raquel. Oh, I think you might have fixed it, Brune.
I don't know.
Oh, no, it still looks blurry. Yeah, it's just, I don't know what happened this morning. Bruno said he turned it on and it just had a little meltdown and decided it didn't like what we were doing today. But we are going to have some fun crafting. We're not going to let it derail us. I'm like, no, let's just go on. You don't mind not seeing my face as long as we do some crafting together. Now, Bruno has done us a prototype that is absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to do a Kylie version of the prototype and he's going to show us how it's done because he never got to show me last night, although I'm pretty sure I can work it out. Work it out together because we're smart like that. It's a very cool card. Do you know who you were inspired by?
No.
I'll let Bruno concentrate. He can't do two things at once. He's very distressed. Don't be distressed. It's okay. All is
if
fine.
If I knew what was changed, I could fix it.
Yep. But that's okay. Now, 2 seconds. I'm going to get a few things for us to use. Okay, so what we've got is ready for it. And like I said, I'm going to use a few different things. So let's have a look. Dun, 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 dun. Look at that, people. Isn't that amazing? Oh, I love it so much. So we're going to have a play. I actually want to do the same thing, but maybe play with the kintsugi or yeah, we'll have a little look. I really love this paper and I really love this stamp set. It's amazing. But when you open it up, look at this. Oh my goodness. Can you believe it? So we've got some cards in there that we can use. Whee! Isn't that fun? Love it. Chop it. So let's have a little bit of fun with this. So I'm looking at this and because basically I'm just winging it. I can see that we've got a fold over here, which is very cool. And I'm pretty sure this one here is a fold over as well. Yeah, so we've got 2 fold overs. So we're going to be picking this apart so that we can work out how it's done. Because that's what sort of people we are. We can look at things and go, yes, we can do that. I know, isn't it awesome? So let's just do the base to start with, like the prototype part of it, and then we can figure out what we'd like to do. Because last week you saw that all our new goodies came, and I'm so excited. So let's have a look at some of our new goodies. I've got the... Oh, we might not have the kintsugi in here because Bruno, I think, might have been using it, but that's okay. We will make do with what we have in here. We have been very, very, very busy. Unfortunately, a friend of ours passed away this week and I've been busy cooking donuts for him. Do you have kintsugi?
I cut and scored all the things for you ready.
Oh, look at you. Well, I will use what we've got then. Thank you.
And the measurements of the...
Oh, thank you. Legend. Look at Bruno. Well done. Ah, look at all this. But you know me. I'm going to probably pull out something else. It's because when I see it, I see something and I go, okay, well, that's done already. We want something different. Bruno should know me by now. He's like, Kylie just comes along, wings it. I feel his frustration. Poor Bruno. I really do. I touched the camera and I wrecked the camera and now he's very stressed and yeah, you know, that's just what I do. I know it's very, very sad for him and his family. Like, it's sad for him because he's passed away and all his brothers are here. Everyone's here except for him. And it's just so sad. Like, I look at people and I think, you know, all these things could have happened while they were still here. And it's so sad that it's happening while they're not. But this is the sad part about, you know, our lives now. They're so busy that, you know, family really, really matters and friends really matter. And we've just got to look after each other. So here we go. Let's see if that's going to work. So I think this one is not a 3D from the looks of things. So let's read it. As Bruno always says, read the instructions, Kylie. So I'm pretty sure it's this one here, because if it's a 3D, then you have the, oh, you can't see that. It's this one here, because if you have a 3D, then you put the dark one on top. Whenever I'm unsure, just go back to your little, you know, sandwich here. The one that you need all of them, including plate number 2, is when you're using a die. So just, yeah, always go back to that. Yeah. So let's have a little look here. We'll run that through. Yes, that's very good. Okay, let's have a look at this. So this is the Damask Designs. Look at that. Oh, wow. I love embossing folders. So this is a great background to use. You can either stamp in the background or use a really cool embossing folder like this, which is what we've done. And it's just a great way to have some awesome texture and amazingness. Look at that. Beautiful. Hi.
I just had a brilliant idea.
Oh, yes.
I could just reset.
Nice. Great idea.
Just talk among yourselves.
Talk among yourselves. Charlotte just got it just in the Imperial at the moment, isn't
Sorry,
it?
everyone.
But we will eventually do that for you. We'll put that on our to-do list. In fact, we could probably even figure it out using our card template somehow. Because our card templates, I think I've got them in this drawer here. Yes. And I'll get the Imperial one. So I think as long as we have the $11, yeah, it's basically 11 3/4 by 4 1/8 when it's folded down. Oh, yes, 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 yes. So I think if we do this one, that's the gorgeous great size, and then you've just got some extra there. This feels like, I don't think it's actually cut in the size of inches. Oh, there they are. I like having them cut the actual size. And here's my sheet. Yay! That's the one I was looking for. Okay, this one's more true to size. So this is the difference, peeps. Yeah, and then you guys have a, so you're wider and shorter. So this little bit here at the bottom is the extra bit.
Yes.
That we can add on. So what we would do, I would say if you get a normal card base, so I would Aussie one. So see here, we're like skinnier and longer. So as long as you have like that same inside score, so you could do probably an inch or two. Here's my little trusty ruler. You can come in here if you like. Do you need to get closer?
That's okay.
Okay.
Do you like coffee?
I'm all good, thank you. Thanks. So, yeah, probably I would go 1.5 inches extra to a normal card base if you're in the US. So, yeah, that's pretty much what's there. Even a little bit higher, maybe 2, because you just want to make sure, anything that we've got to make sure of is that this part here is longer so that it can sort of tuck in there like so, and that it's not too long that it's too difficult to get in there. So they're your only things really that you have to be mindful of. So yeah, we'll be able to work that out for you. In fact, some really smart person here could probably figure it out. We should chat GPT it. Or tell chat GPT to do it for us. Okay, so we're going to fold this over. So in metric, it's just your normal card base. Where did I pop my little measurements here? So we're going to do 14.9 by 25. And then you're going to score it at 10.5, which is the normal half, but then also at 21. And 21 is the normal cutoff for our card base, but we've just got that additional 4 centimetres here. Does that make sense to all of you? Easy peasy. If you have any questions, you can ask us. And then we'll fold that down. And then the insert, let's grab that one. So we've got a little lip here. The insert is, where did I pop the little measurement again? Here we go. Keep losing it because it's the same colour as the paper. I'll stick it here so that I don't lose it again. 12 centimetres by 14 centimetres, and we score it at 1 and 9. That way. 1 and 9. Okay. 12 centimetres by 14 centimetres. Score at 1 and 9. Now, if I was to compare this sizing here, let's just score this because this is our little attachment piece, this one here. And this is the bottom piece here. And the attachment piece actually needs to go the other way. So we're going to give it a good burnish. It actually doesn't matter if it gets folded over twice because then it ends up being really nicely burnished. And that's going to go right up against that score line there. That's where we're going to stick it. Is you can see it better this way. See there? But it needs to be on the top piece. And then this is going to get stuck down. Just make sure that when we stick this, remind me, everyone, that we stick it to the side. Okay, that's the goal. So, and then same with this one, stick it on the side because we want it to be able to move each piece. And that is it. That is our prototype, people. So if I was to tell ChatGPT what we're doing, where did I put my phone? There it is. So let's have a little looky here. I've got a card. I wonder if she'll call it Andrea. That's what what Lisa Curcio calls her. And I really like it. I feel like she is an Andrea. So in our metric, it's 14.9 by 25, scored at 10.5 and 21. What would be the inches card size? I don't know if I don't think she'll do. She's usually smart enough to know not to just convert into a different card. Yeah, I think she's not quite getting it. But anyway, we'll figure it out with her. She's done a full conversion. A standard US card size. I wonder if that will give her prompting. Is anyone else using ChatGPT much? Oh yeah, I think she's done a good job here. So she said the usual start card base is 5.5 by 8.5. So score at 3.5 and 7 1/8. This gives you a first panel at 3.5, second panel 3 5/8. Final. Although that's a bit weird. We don't want them to be different, do we? We want the first and second panel the same. So she does get there eventually. She just... Oh, does this look good, everyone? I feel like this is looking good. But 2 3/4 is quite large. Anyway, we'll suss it out. Good morning, Janelle. Hello. Hi, Sue Beasley. Hi, Helen. Good to see you all. It's really... My front camera is so unhappy right now. It's a very strange situation. He's like having full meltdowns. But, yeah, the way I had it before, it was finally, I felt like, yes, it's perfect. I'm so happy with it. And I don't know what happened, but it's just had a meltdown for some reason. But we'll figure it out so that hopefully I can see. Well, do you really want to see my face? At least I won't be puffy-eyed this time. At least I'll be awake. Yeah, cameras and things, I'll tell you what, we love technology, but we also hate it at the same time, don't we? Oh, the joys. Hi, Megan Laconu. Yes, I like that, Charlotte. That looks good. I make the card base 5.5 by 10. Score at 5.25, yes. Oh, yeah, so they'd be larger this way, so you're not your usual... Yeah. Iniki, Megan, so good to see you all. You make me so happy seeing all your names pop up. By the way, I'm very excited. I've got a, I know I sound very tired. It's because it's early in the morning here. We normally start at 10 o'clock in Melbourne. An 8 o'clock start here is very challenging for me. I'm like, oh, I miss 10 o'clock starts. 10 o'clock starts, so beautiful. But I want to show you something very cool, although a lot of our little info pictures are going to be a bit annoying, but I think that one there has... Ooh! Bruno's found something, but it's blanked out, isn't it? You've got it, Bruno. I have faith in you. It's like the zoom has completely gone on it. It had a little meltdown when we first got here, and I thought, oh, I wonder what's going on. But this one here, what does that say? No. Anyway, we'll see if this one has the, yes. Oh, no, there it is. It does have it. Oh, yeah. We need a joining special. Woo! In audio. Love that music. So the joining special is really good, peeps. We've had a lot of our amazing customers buying from the new catalogue, and I love them all dearly. But can I just say, you're all spending too much. You can get cheaper if you join. Just join already. What are you afraid of? And if you don't live in Australia and you're wanting to get your Stampin' Up! Products at a discounted rate, this is the way to do it. I'm telling you, peeps, it's the way to do it. It's awesome. Oh, we've got lots of nice goodies here. Thank you, Bruno. So I think this front, look at this, how Bruno's done this. You've coloured all the outside, have you?
I stamped it on very vanilla.
Yeah.
Using Mossy Meadow.
Oh.
And then I coloured with dark Mossy Meadow around the outside.
Yep.
And light Mossy Meadow on the inside.
Very nice. That is awesomeness. Do you want to take him down?
No.
No? Oh, good. Okay, so let us cut some things because I like having everything cut, and then we can do some putting together of the items, which is good. Now we've got lots of different pieces here we can use.
One thing that I thought might be an idea. So
yeah.
See how this picture is covered?
Yes.
Whether or not that could somehow be
under there.
Yep.
I
don't know. Or on top of here. Or, I don't know.
Yep. Yeah. And what did you have planned for this little guy here?
I couldn't find any more of all of these cardstock.
So you thought down there.
So good. that one might be this one, and these two might be that one.
Nice.
Up and yeah.
Good. And then we've got, this is the background at the front.
And on the other side.
And that, oh yeah, good.
And that's just cut out using the die.
Awesome. And actually, if you have the die there, that'd be great. And then I've got all that pre-done.
I think it's over in that file.
Oh, here it is. Yes, good. Fantastic. So let's just have a look in here and see what we've got before I do some chopping. Because you know me, I like to mix things up a little bit. You can see what else we've got in this paper. So this is the beautiful gallery suite, by the way, everyone. And if you order with us this month, which I think we've only got... Yeah, we've done very well this month in estimating how many cards to make because I did extra than what I thought we would get, and this is all we have left. So get your hands on one, peeps, if you place an order this month. This is the beautiful gallery, and we've also got the video class bundle that's available this month as well. So it is using this suite as well. So this is the beautiful gallery this month, and we know that you're going to love it. It just gives you lots of ideas. We want to make sure that you have a lot of support, and that you can, there's the link there, so that you can feel confident when you purchase it that you're going to have lots of ideas to support you, because we don't want to leave you floundering. You know, we want you to feel like you're confident, that you've got lots of ideas, that you're not just purchasing it and then going, oh, now what? Now what am I going to do with it? So I think I'm going to, even though I love this scene, I feel like it has a bit more of a masculine feel to it. So I think I might even try that one there. Because I feel like, yeah, that's, to me, that feels a little bit more like, it could still be masculine, but a little bit more toned down, and then sort of makes, you know, sense with that. We could even, in fact, We could even use this on the inside, couldn't we? To have the flowers on the front and, yeah, here as well. Let's try that. So I really like that. I do like this one too. Oh, and there's that one too. Maybe that's what we could use at the front. Yes. Now we've got some ideas flowing. This is what I love about having a card like this and swapping things out. I just want to show you how easy it is to make a card look completely different just by changing it. And if we change this base, to like an old olive or mossy meadow, again, change the look again.
I think I've got a...
Oh, he's cracked the code. Okay. There's some really nice little offcuts here too that we could possibly use. Do you love it? This was all for when I was doing all my chopping. I love this one here. It's so beautiful. Could maybe use that on the front somewhere. Oh, that's very pretty too. I love that one. It goes nicely with the pecan as well. So have any of you got this suite? What new suites have you been playing with from the new catalogue? We had Kintsugi arrive, and I can't wait to play with that. That one there, interestingly, is different. Okay, is this... Oh, I think we've got some sound here. We've found a way. Honestly, this week has just been non-stop relentless. Okay, let me know if you can hear me now. The Yeti just decided to crash as well. Oh dear. Oh dear. Anyway, let me know if you can hear me. Yes! If the sound quality is not the best, it's because it's on my phone. We found a workaround. Because we said we're not going to be defeated. We will not be defeated. We will keep going despite what gets thrown at us. Thank you all. You're all so patient with me. That's why I adore you all. Because you know real life happens. Yeah. It really does. I know. Gotta love it. But it is very, very interesting how much has happened since we've been here. I really do think that there is a spirit in the universe that does not like people doing good things to other people. And that's why I am so determined to do good things for good people, for every person. Because there's someone very angry out there that does not like it when we do nice things. In fact, they love it when we get angry. They love it when we, don't stick to the standards that we want to live by. And I said to Bruno, no, we've just got to keep being who we are. Live by our standards. Live by the conduct that we want to live, even if other people think that we should do otherwise. The world has honestly gone cray. There we go. Yes, I love that. And then this is going to stick down here. And I think Bruno's right in saying that I think we might even be able to add some of this paper, because it does get covered quite a bit. So we could add this paper towards the top here, although that would cover, oh yeah, no, that would actually look quite good. Like, it still works, doesn't it? Yeah, I just feel like there's this whole, like, even when there are challenges, and I think I've spoken about this before, but what I have noticed with things like ChatGPT and things like that, like, they're helpful, but I think it's a really scary world when we start relying on things like ChatGPT for emotional help or advice, because ChatGPT can only give you what you give it. Like, it's just, it becomes a reflection of, like, if you want someone to say, yeah, you're right, cut those people out of your life because they're terrible, they're narcissists, yeah, cut them out. And I've noticed that there's a lot of that conversation going online. But it's really fascinating to see what happens when you do the opposite to what's being told to us now these days. Like, yeah, okay, people have hurt us. Yes, some people are not good people. However, you actually have more control, more peace in your life, and more energy if you can just learn how to have good boundaries and learn how to be confident in yourself and learn how to manage your own emotions rather than dictating what someone else should do. It's really interesting. I've been doing a really big deep dive on it lately, and I'm just like, it just feels like there's a lot of people just cutting people out of their lives. And if we cut people out of our lives, particularly our family, our loved ones, maybe even friends that have hurt us, we're actually not taking into consideration our imperfection. We're not taking into consideration how we learn forgiveness. it's like we don't know how to forgive anymore. We don't know how to take accountability for our actions anymore. Like, what was my part in this? I know there's a lot of parents out there that, they talk about their children maybe cutting them off, or, people like, well, that's it. They don't talk to me anymore. But it is really interesting how the parents are like almost a victim. Like, my children don't talk to me and I don't know why. But it's like, have you contacted your children to find out why? Are you like, how can I restore this relationship with you? I really miss you. And, if the child turns around and says, well, I've been really hurt by some of the things that happened, this, and this, why do we not have enough emotional, like, we don't have the emotions to be able to say, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that I acknowledge that wasn't cool, or acknowledge that, as a parent, I could have done better, but this is what was happening to me at the time. Have an open conversation about it. Talk about it and go, I was distressed. I didn't, was struggling with my marriage, or, I had lots of kids, or we were in financial trouble, and this is what I did to, like, the children don't remember how difficult it was for a lot of you parents out there, and how much you struggled and what you did for them, maybe financially, but, a lot of young ones just remember what they didn't have emotionally, but they're not thinking about all the sacrifices that were made in other areas. So it is really hard. It's like two sides of the story are going, no, you weren't there for me. And the other side's going, yes, I was. I did everything in my power to give you what you needed, and that's what I thought you needed. But it's just no conversations anymore. People are just cutting people off out of their life. And I do understand if it's a major trauma thing. Yes, of course, I 100% understand that. However, if it's not major, and I've even seen friends that have done it in major situations where they have actually just worked really hard at just, being forgiving. The relationship might be a little bit different because they're not able, the other, parent or whatever, or the other child is not able to sort of be what they need to be. But it also doesn't necessarily mean just cutting them off. I think, when I think about, options I've had over my life, I don't think it would have brought me joy to do that. Hi, Tess. Yeah, I actually think what we went through with, the unspoken illness, I think a lot of us isolated. And someone brought this up the other day, and I thought that is so true. I think we isolated, and because we isolated, now it's almost like we've got this entitlement that, I had this peace in my life because I had no people in it. So I want to go back to having peace in my life, so I'll just cut the people out. But I think that's what's actually creating a lot of disunity in the world now. That's probably one of the main reasons why all of us are feeling so lonely and feeling so disconnected, because people don't know how to have, conversations. Or it could be, that you don't have the conversation at all. You just go, you know what? I've just got to forgive them in my head and just try and see good qualities in them. It doesn't mean the relationship's the same as what it was before. You're hurt, of course. But are they really going to change? Are they going to be able to do what they need for me? Probably not. But would I like to be there for them? Yes, I would. Especially family. You want to be there for them. Even if they if they can't be there for you, that's okay. Why do I feel so entitled that I need them to be what I want them to be? What if they're not able to? Like what? Do I just cut them off or label them narcissist? Or because really, narcissism is just deep insecurity and thinking about the self rather than others, which, you know, it's that in all of, I think that's in all of us. I think sometimes we all get a bit like that. And we all get a bit toddlerish. We're all a bit childlike, aren't we? I'm going to put this here, even though I'm going to put it on the other one as well, because I want the background here to make sense when we stick this down. Yes. Love it. And I think what we'll do is, I think what we can do is have a whole panel here, but use, because it's going to be sitting there, so maybe I could sit it on there and then I will know whereabouts, because we've got basically, because that will look really cool if it's the same, like, exact spot, won't it? So I think if I, looking at this, it's basically, because this was the inside of the card, so I'm figuring it out in my head. This was 10 centimetres. This one here was 1 centimetre. So if I cut that 9 centimetres, let's have a look here and measure it up. Got to make sure it's the right way, because that would be devastating to cut it wrong. But if we look here, I'm pretty sure, yep, if we cut it at 9 centimetres, we should be happy days. Let's do that. I know, it's so pretty. This is probably one of my favourite sheets too. See, it's so interesting, Margaret, right? That's what I think a lot of us are doing. And I'm not saying, you know, totally up to you what you do, but I think if I waited for an apology, there'd be a lot of people not in my life. And it doesn't mean that I necessarily, like, when you don't get your needs met in that regard, it does change the relationship. I'm not saying it doesn't change it. However, maybe by us showing love to someone who's making it very challenging to show love, you know, maybe that eventually could lead to, by our conduct, by our actions, could lead to making a difference in the world. Just, you know, like an Uber driver said something so profound to me once, and I thought, oh my goodness, that is so true. He said, how on earth are we ever going to get world peace if we don't have peace in our family? And I'm like, oh, like we look in a global scale, we want peace, but peace has to start with us. Like someone has to be the bigger person. And it sucks being the bigger person. However, does it suck being the bigger person? Like we can look at it and go, what about me? What about this? What about this? But you know what? I think when you can actually do it despite how someone has treated you, despite what has happened, to me that's like strength. To me that's like power. It's just like wow. And I think that, you know, would we be happy with, you know, the funeral that we went to of our friends this week, and maybe this is where this is coming from, but the funeral that we went to, the person that gave the talk, he said Carl was known as a peacemaker, and he did everything, even to the detriment sometimes of his family. He did everything he could to be a peacemaker. I was like, oh, that is so profound. Like so profound. Like to even be willing to give up what we need in order to have peace in our family, you know, in ourselves. I think it's like it is actually for us. Like I know that we feel like, oh, you know, it's protecting us, but I actually think it's a real blessing to have someone in our life that, you know, maybe can't be what we want them to be, but still be able to be there for them. Even if they don't say thank you, even if they don't appreciate it, even if they don't, like, you know, even if they treat us awful, there's something profound in that. And I think that at the end of the day, we'll be really, really happy with ourselves if we can do that despite how others treat us. I just feel like we need more of those type of people in the world, which is really hard. I'm not saying it's easy. It's really, really hard. It's one thing to say, I'm a peacemaker. I want peace. But it's like, yeah. So anyway, I've had a bit of a deep dive on that this week, and I'm like, it's been a bit of an eye-opener because, you know, we've all got something that we need to sort of figure out, and I'm just trying to figure this out so that I get the right spot in the right spot. You know me and math. I'm like, I can't do it. You can do it, Kylie. You can do hard things. So I think I'm going to do that first. I'm just going to cut it down to the size that I've got here. I think my brain will be able to handle that better because that's definitely the spot there. But, like, you're not alone, Margaret. Like, this is, like, a worldwide phenomenon that is happening right now where I think that, yeah, there's just this, can I call it a pandemic of selfishness, really. It's just everything is about the other person, and me included, right? I can see it in myself. I'm like, oh, my goodness, I'm actually making this about me. And they're making this about them. And do you know what? Nothing will ever get resolved if it's constantly about the other people. And just being happy that even if it doesn't, even if you don't get understood, even if you don't get, like, things have happened that have been really, really sad to me in my life. And I look back and I think it really is the best way to conquer, even like, you know, financial disagreements with family. And look, at the end of the day, it's like, does it really matter? I've realised it's just like, none of it matters. It's just like, I've got to just let go of it all and do the best version of me, be the best version of me that I can be, and hopefully be an example of how to be a kind human, you know? It's like, not even that I'm doing it to be an example. See, 1 centimetre off each side. Yes, I've got it, everyone. I think. We're about to find out. I'm scared to chop. I'm like, I think it is here. Yeah, it's a little bit more than 1. I'm glad I went back because this is 12 centimetres. So let's do the math. Let's get it exactly spot on, because if it's not spot on, I'm going to be like, no. I think, yeah, even the passing away of our friend, that's sort of like a big wake-up call as well. It's like, what would be said at my funeral? Like, you know, if my family were there, you know, what would they say? Like, okay, yeah, I've got all my friends that love me and they see me a different way, but would my family see it the same way? And, you know, I just think it's really, really important. So it looks like it's 1.2. Would you see 1.2? Yes, I see 1.2. So I'm going to take 1.2 off each side. Here we go. Hold your breath, everyone. It's the moment of truth. Cut it. I did it. Yeah. Yes. Yes, I understand. And that's how it feels. Like, I think we're all so tired that we just get to a point where it's like, well, if you're going to behave like that, I don't want it. But I feel like doing something different, like even when they are nasty or even if they treat us badly, I think doing something different is something profound in the world now. Like, I think it's exactly what we need to do, is be different and be like, you know what? I know that happened, but I'm going to keep loving you. despite what has happened. I know it hurts. You're like, but yeah. But I don't want to let someone else's actions change who I am as a person. Like, that's not who I am. I'm a peacemaker. I always have been. And after a while, I just keep getting walked all over, or, you know, lied about, or stories made up. We did it, people. Yay! Yeah, it hurts. You just think, oh my goodness, I'm just trying to be a good person, and this is the results of that. But I think that's where we've got to analyze it and go, well, yeah, maybe someone is upset that we're trying to be good. Maybe someone is trying to prevent us from being peaceful people. Because if we're not peaceful with each other, doesn't mean you're besties, doesn't mean, you know, what happened didn't happen. No, it happened. Doesn't mean you have to forget. Doesn't mean you have to be exactly the same with them. No, none of that. But it's just being able to say, I'm trying to be the best I can be. You can do you, but I'm going to still be loving. I'm going to still do this despite what you say. Because I actually think sometimes with certain people, I think they enjoy it when they actually change your moral compass. I know that that's a big statement, so I'll say it again. I think some people enjoy when you change your moral compass, when you go from being, you know, the kind, always there for everyone person, and then you pull away. Like, I think that is what has been lost in the world recently, is all of those beautiful, kind people have hit the wall and gone, I can't do this anymore. I can't keep going like this anymore because it hurts too much. It's too hard. But I think if the kind, loving people give up, we're in a lot of trouble. That's when things go pear-shaped. That is when it's all over. Yeah, and I totally understand, Margaret. You've got to do, you know, the extent of what you can do personally. And it took me time. I'm not saying I just suddenly went, yep, sure, I'm going to forgive everyone and this is all going to be hunky-dory. It took time for me, but this is the revelation that I've come to, the big epiphany. It's like, I want to be a good person to others despite how they are to me, no matter what. You know, that idea of turning the other cheek. It's like, no, okay, you want to treat me badly, no problem. Here's my other one. Which sounds crazy, right? But I know that I'm going to be happy that I did that in the long run. Now, I love this. I'm just so sad that this is finished here. Isn't it beautiful? It looks so good. So what can we add here? Maybe we can add a little bit of just this plain green here at the bottom. Oh, me too, Margaret. I want to give you a hug too. It's so hard. It's really hard now. And these little things make such, yeah, it's such a big, big thing, isn't it? But I know that, yeah, I know that we can do better. I know that we can be the people that we are, despite how others might view it or see it, or, yeah. And I do think that there's an epidemic of envy and an epidemic of jealousy as well, where years ago people would celebrate other people's, you know, success or other people's kindness, or and almost be like, oh, you know, their qualities that I would love to have. Like, oh my goodness, that's so amazing. Like, it used to be revered, but now I feel like kind people annoy people who aren't kind. People who are innately selfish, who are you don't understand self-sacrifice or don't understand why you would be kind to someone else without like needing something in return. I think that, yeah, I think that's where it's all stemming from, that people like that are revealing who they truly are now, like they can't hide it anymore. And so yeah, that's a good idea actually. I think I will do that, Hope, Renee. And I think that that's what's sort of coming out now, is it's like when we're kind to people despite how they treat us, yeah, I think it annoys them. Like I think they want us to ignore them so that they can make themselves feel better somehow. So like, see, I knew they weren't kind. Does that sound weird? But I think that that's actually what's happening. I think they just want evidence. They want proof. So they're like, you know, triggering you to the point where you need to pull away. But then at that point, you're to blame. You're the reason. Like, it's all gaslighting, of course. But I'm like, I would much rather stay peaceful with the person, but have really strong boundaries with them. Like, they don't get access like they did before. They don't get to say the things that they've said before. They don't get to behave badly around me. And you get to set the parameters. You get to be grounded and strong. And I love that. I really love that idea of feeling like another person can't control my values and who I am as a person then. Like, I've got to get stronger, not feel like, yeah, because they get control then. Yeah. And they're actually still in control of my emotions when I pull away, because I'm sad, because you actually do want it to be okay, but they're not able to do that for you. So, yeah, it's been really, really interesting for me in the last few, especially with this move, I think. It's helped me learn a lot in terms of, remember, just the side, just that bit there. We don't want to go above that. That's been my biggest takeaway point, that when we can be a peacemaker, even when others aren't, in a world that is lacking more and more peace, yeah, I think it's quite profound. And it's sad. It's still sad. However, we get to see who they really are then. And then 9 times out of 10, what I think could eventually end up happening is they make choices to either step up, or they may even pull away. And that's their choice. And we're like, okay, I respect that. Oh, Iniki. I look forward to it. So I hope Renee brought up a nice point there, although a lot of this is going to be covered, isn't it? How much is gone? There's still a fair bit sitting there. So let's do a little bit of embossing, I think. Good night. Or have we got like a pretty, maybe I can somehow make this look like it's part of this. That would look cool, wouldn't it? Hey, look at that. That actually doesn't look so bad. Because that's the bottom of that. What about this side? What can we do over here? Oh, of course, Randy. My goodness. That would be full on. The bin's getting collected. Yay. So I think that one there is probably the best one, because that has no section there. But it's a little bit disjointed. However, I think it looks, yeah, I think it could pass. Maybe that side. Maybe if we do like, oh yeah, actually I do like that. Yeah. I think that looks really good. Let's try that. Before we stick it down, we can have a little look again. I've got a little piece here actually that's already pre-cut. Let's use that one before we cut into a new one. So, Margaret, we went to a 2-month Bible school, which, you know, I learnt a lot of these things in that school as well about being a peacemaker. And after the 2-month school, we were to be sent we could be sent anywhere in Australia. And this is where we were sent. And it is just beautiful here, like so, so beautiful. Oh, this is the 12, that's right. I'm doing it to the edge because that's what I did on the other ones. It is a really gorgeous area, and yeah, we can just see, I think every person now is going through so much. Like literally the cure for everything is love, like just loving people. And we can see people are just so hurt and so, you know, emotionally affected by everything we've been through in the last few years that, yeah, we just can see that we've got lots of love here to give and that people need it. So it's got a little lip there of a little bit extra, but that's okay. I can cut that off. But I don't mind it. I don't know. Does it match? But yeah, I'm so sorry that you've gone through that. But people are genuinely revealing true qualities now, and I'm just like, I don't want to. That one seems actually, that actually looks very nice. I'm going to do that one, and I'm going to do it underneath too. Boom, we've got it, peeps. I knew it would come to me. Yeah, and it's just, I think once you have those values and once you have those, like that determination to live a certain way, which, you know, I'm not saying it's not hard to do. It's very hard to do, especially when we are hurt. But I think everyone is going through something right now. And when you can say, look, this is the way I handled this situation, and it turned out the best possible way, just under 5. You know, it's profound. And if people don't want to apply it, that's okay. You know, you do you, like whatever you want to do. But we've also seen, oh, don't even need that much really, do we? But I do like that. I think that looks really good. So I'll take off the bit so that we can do this bit. Yeah, take off the bit so you can do this bit. I love it. I love how it's just all over the shop. It makes me laugh so much. Just laugh at yourself, people. Yes, I didn't put any on this morning. I took it off just to give my nails a bit of a break. And this morning I got up at 7 and I thought I'll just lie back down again. I think I could have 15 more minutes, and then boom, it was like half an hour later. And I'm like, oh no. And then there was all the stuff happening with the video, and it's like, oh my goodness, chaos. But we wouldn't have it any other way, would we? Oh, that's very nice of you, Renee. Aw, sweetie. What a gem. And I think, yeah, even being here with all of you, like I think you find your people too, like you're really special people. And that's what I feel like I've found in all of you. Like you're my special friends, my special people that, you know, understand me for me, that are very kind, open-hearted, beautiful people, because you gravitate to those sort of people. And like I look at people who don't have that, like ones that don't know how to have peace in their life, like the ones that are causing, you know, angst in their lives, they miss out. Like they don't have anyone. They're like so lonely, and they don't even realize that it's actually them that's creating it. It's like What's the common denominator here? Have you worked out why you might not have any friends? And so there's got to be like some sort of, like, at what point do you have compassion for them and go, I feel like, as much as I'm imperfect in that I'm not organized and I'm chaos and, you know, things don't work, and we make allowances for those imperfections and we laugh at it and you go, oh my goodness, Kylie's sound doesn't work. You know, like that sort of thing. And we make allowances for it. But I think it's very difficult when we're sensitive people. We can handle those imperfections, but it's really hard to handle imperfections that are so hurtful, like qualities that, you know, jealousy, or, you know, things that have like qualities that have created sadness in people's lives to the point where they become isolated. They actually don't have anyone around them. And they still don't want to learn. They still don't want to do better. Like, how can I eventually learn one day to wake up and be organized? Can I learn to wake up and, you know, just have everything planned? And look, I could try my absolute hardest, and one day I do okay, but the next day I don't. And because it's not hurting anyone, it's only hurting me. Well, it hurts Bruno sometimes because he's like, oh my goodness, this is just a hot mess. But I think it's easier to forgive someone like that because they're a kind person. But there might be people out there that are very, very organized and very good at what they do and just amazing at everything, but they just have a really awful personality. Like, I genuinely feel for them. And they don't, like, their personality is so awful that they actually don't know that their personality is awful and that they're blaming everyone else for their awful personality. Does that make sense? Like, they can't even be, like, part of the awful personality is that they can't be self-reflective and they can't be accountable and they can't do any of those things. And so I've just got to kind of have a bit of compassion for them, really, and just be like, oh, you're not able to do that. Oh, okay. Maybe having me around will help you learn how to do that. Now, what was this one? See, what was this one? Oh, dear. Bruno's like, I had everything cut. What's going on here? So, yeah, it's just awareness of our own imperfections, right? And I've often said, how on earth could someone do that? How could they do that? You know, like, I often just, like, I'm just shocked at the behavior that some people do. But, you know, they could look at me and go, how could she do that? Like, what on earth is she doing? Oh, yeah, I like that. I think that looks really good. I like the in-between bits too. That's going to really, yes. I think we've got it. I just want to cut a little bit more off the edge though, because I feel like it will border nicely if it has a bit more of a, same as the one at the top. So anyway, food for thought. My little soapbox this morning, but I do think, you know, for me personally, I think that, okay, things definitely have changed between certain people, and I do have different relationships with people now, and it's constantly changing. It's always changing, and that's okay. You know, like I've just got to learn skills that help me to not be triggered, and that's my hardest. I think that's my biggest thing, is not taking offense to just comments that are made that, you know, weren't maybe not intentionally made to hurt me, but just thoughtless. Well, I think I've made it look very complicated, Margaret, when it's not. But the key aspect really is here I'm trying to line everything up. But if you did it like Bruno, it's so simple. Like, it's really just 2 panels, 1, 2, and then here you know, 1, 2. So it's not a lot of chopping really, but it's just I'm doing a lot of chopping because I want everything to line up and make it all, yeah, really cool. Because I think that will look amazing when they open that up. Look at that. So good. Should we stick it down? Yee! And then we'll do the front. It's a really, really cool card. Bruno found this last night. And see, he's such a good man. Like, we have very different ways of doing things. And I know I frustrate him. And I really do feel for him. But I could focus on, you know, him being frustrated at me and me getting, you know, sad about that. But, you know, I've just got to be like, no, understandable. I can see why you would be frustrated. Speak of the man himself.
So, an easy way to do it.
Yeah, we'll just glue there.
Oh, I had the tape.
Oh, yeah, I love that.
So, just a tip for everyone else, to make it, you put glue on that face, then you push it up to the edge.
Oh, yes.
And then close it.
Nice.
And I don't know whether the image will line up.
I think it will, if we've done it correctly, but it'll be pretty close to. So did you go up against the...
Yeah, I just held it up and pushed it hard up against it.
Up against, all right.
Oh, he's in the good.
Of course.
Living on the edge.
See, poor Bruno. There we go. Yes. Different but coordinate. Yes, it would be very easy that way. Yes. I've decided to, you know, make something that was actually quite not complicated. Oh my goodness, it looks so good. It's a slightly out, but it's pretty good.
It's great.
I still like it. And then we go like this. We'll refresh some of this. And then put this one down. Ta-da! Or you can actually go quite far in, can't you? It's a really great card, Bruno.
I'll see if I can find the person.
Yeah, find the person that made it. We need to do a shout out. Oh, delivery. Wee! 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 Isn't that the coolest? So we can put our little card in there. And these days you can get some really cool cards that, you know, will match. Like lots of different colours. I know, isn't it the coolest, Margaret? I love it. And so it's easy to just pull that out if you need to. Like, don't stress. Like, it's not like it's locked in because it's just there. Yeah. So it's really good. And I like how when it opens up, it's almost like lined up. Love it! Yay! So let's do this front cover. We'll do a little bit different to Bruno's, of course, but I do like this damask embossing folder. So let's put that down. That can be locked in. And then we'll do perfect. It's so pretty, isn't it? Oh, just keep looking at it. And then we can put I really like this one. I feel like having a die with that cutout will be really nice. Yes, we've got some nice ones here that we can use. So this is the Textured Notes dies. So these ones here, I think, where are these from? This is the hardest thing now with shopping, is working out where everything's from, whether it's an online exclusive or textured notes, is it called? Dies. Oh, yes, it is an online exclusive. It's part of the Botanical Textures suite. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, yeah, that's really nice. Let's see if I can share my screen. Let's see if that works. I really should not. Oh, dear. No, I don't think I'm going to be able to do it because it's deciding that all of the items need to be forward. Actually, what I'll do it on here. when all else fails, just show your phone. Love it. Do you love me? But yes, it's called textured notes, but part of the Botanical Textures suite. And if you don't have the Botanical Textures, Georgia Lane, thank you, Bruno. And if you have a link, that will be even better. See you, Charlotte. Rest up. Botanical Textures. Yes, that looks so good. Okay. I think you can see here. So if you just go to our shop, you can just go to kyliebertucci.com, and then you can just say in here what you're looking for. And then, yeah, this is the Botanical Textures suite here. So this is the dies that are part of it. So if you wanted to add that to your starter kit, that is going to be an amazing, because like look at those matte dies, even these textured embossing folders. This is one suite I think I would definitely make sure you get everything. Like look at that embossing folder. Oh, look at those matte dots. I'll have to look for them. Absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, it's a very good one. That's an online exclusive. So we don't know how long it's going to be around for, but while it's around, make the most of it because it's just beautiful. Now, I think this one here, yes, that is calling my name. I think I'm going to go up there. That seems to be good. I like that flower there. Sort of, I don't want to go across too high though. Yeah, I think that looks really good. So let's cut that. Oh, this is the bin here. I thought it came before.
So the one that I used was not that die.
I know, I'm doing something different because, you know, that's what I do. That's how I roll.
The other one has like
two.
An outside.
I'm gonna do one inside here. Is that okay?
Sure.
Thank you. I'm mixing things up. Because Bruno does that very well, the like having on the side. I don't know, for some reason, yeah, I don't know why, but I know some people like it, for some reason I like it centered with things like this. But he does it really well, and that's, you know, a style that he does, but I don't know why, but I can't bring myself to do it. I'm like, but other things I'm fine with being off-centered. We all have a thing, don't we? We all have a random like little rule that we make for ourselves. It's like, no, I can't do that. I can't. I've tried. What was one of the events that I went to, a Stampin' Up event, and a demonstrator said to me, I struggle so hard to chop my paper. Like she said, it's just like such a difficulty for me. But she said, but the worst thing for me, she said the most triggering thing is watching someone rip paper, like rip designer series paper. She's like, oh, I just cannot handle it. She's like, she said, it sends me into a spiral. And I'm like, I get it. Yep. There's just certain things that do that to us. Oh, beautiful. Look at that. It came up perfect. I wanted that to sort of be the highlight. And I really like that. That looks amazing. And then what we can do, because I would like to have a border. So that's going to be our border around. So I think if we do, what border would be nice? Do I have some paper? I did really like how Brenna used that as a border. That looked amazing. But I think I might actually stick to something. There's those neutral ones. What else have we got here? No, I don't want to bring in blue. We've used so much of this paper. It's amazing. I think I might actually just do some early espresso behind there. I think that will really highlight those flowers and make them pop. Let's give that a go. Yeah, I think that's going to look really good. Okay. Awesomeness. Oh, hun, can you do me a favour and pull out the donuts from the fridge? The donut dough. Thank you. Forgot to do that. Needs to sit on the bench for an hour or two and prove its love. Ah, look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. And then what we'll do, we'll get some sentiments here. Yeah. I like this one here, thinking of you, because I think I might, there's a few people that will fit for. Yeah. Let's do that one, and we'll do that in the early espresso as well. Think of me fondly. And we need clear block. I want to do that again, but yes, much better. Even though it doesn't really matter if it's on straight or not. My head could not handle it. Okay. The piece of resistance. And who's coming along to online stamping retreat, by the way? Oh my goodness, it's been so exciting seeing all of the sign-ups. We're so appreciative to all of you. Lisa's always like, oh, what number are we up to? She's always checking. They had an awesome time away. It was very sad to see everyone away. But I definitely think it was the right decision for us because it has been so busy. And it would have been really sad to be away while everything was happening for our friends, because it's actually our friend from Melbourne, it's his brother that passed away. So it's just been really challenging to try and, yeah, they've travelled all the way over from Melbourne with their 3 kids. So we caught up with them last Friday. Went and saw them. Yeah, it's just really hard when things like that, especially like out of nowhere, an accident like that, because it was a motorbike. I'm just going to do that again because I feel like it's a little bit too bubbly. I like it to be done properly. Do Bruno and you have other jobs? No, just this. This is our only job. And then we do our voluntary work. Like we're usually helping in the congregation, or Bruno has lots of talks that he does, lots of teaching, and yeah, so it's very busy. But this is our only paid, we don't get paid for anything else. This is our only paid job, is Stampin' Up, which is fantastic. We love it. And so that's why we appreciate you all supporting us so much, because it enables us to do the voluntary work that we do. And yeah, give lots of love to people. Oh, fantastic, Nicole. That's so exciting. Like we were walking the other day. Oh, it was probably a week or two ago now, actually. Probably even longer. Time just goes so quickly. But we were walking down the street and we saw this older man with his two dogs. And we were chatting to him just on the street. And met his dogs. You know, it's always nice seeing our little doggies around. It makes us miss Jasper and Bella a lot. It's actually not bad, that second one. Anyway, we got chatting to him and just said, you know, how are you going with things and how are you coping? Because, you know, not a lot of people can handle other people's stuff these days. Oh, no, we're cutting it out, aren't we? Hopefully I didn't. Oh, no, it's all right. I think I cut it low enough that it's okay. I'm so used to cutting these out. But yeah, so we were chatting to him and he said that his wife has cancer and it's terminal, and it was just so sad for him. And you could see that, like, and he mentioned the same thing, that his son doesn't want anything to do with them. He lives in Melbourne. And I just thought, oh my goodness, it's so sad. Like, particularly in that situation, like his mum, you know, his son isn't speaking to him. His wife is passing away, and he's like on his own. Like, he was, you know, chatty with neighbours and things like that. But I said, oh look, you know, we'd love to visit you one time if you're up for it. And he was so happy. He's like, yes, we're at the house on the corner with the trellis out the front. But it's just like we've lost family, we've lost community, we've lost like connection, and so many people are going through like the toughest times of their lives, and we don't have people around to sort of be there to support us, and it's just really tough for people now. Like, you think, you know, our life has things happening to it. Like, I had my accident and things like that. But I do see how being there for others puts our things into perspective. I think you can cope better too when you're thinking about other people. Oh, I love it. I think I'll go down here like that. Yes. And just to make it a little bit more, because it looks, you know, even though it's not masculine, I feel like it just needs to be sort of prettied a bit. And I think the embellishments should help to do that. We've got some nice embellishments here. We've got those beautiful matte ones as well. I wonder if we have some ribbon that will suit this. We had a beautiful ribbon that went with this suite, but I've used it all. It was that popular. I used it on all the cards. So what have I got here that is going to work? I think that, do we still have twine? Baker's twine, is that still current? I don't trust myself. Oh yeah, I've got it on here. Oh, maybe next time, Sarah. We'll miss you at OSR. Baker's twine. because there's some nice colours in the baker's twine that will work. Yes, baker's twine essential. So it's this one here. Comes in a pack. Very handy. I know, there's so many beautiful ribbons, isn't there? So I think this one here, or the vanilla, looks good. Let's try that. We could even do a combo maybe. But I think it'll just, you know, sort of soften a little bit. Maybe even through the bottom bit there. And do a little bow. We can put that on top. And then have a little tie on the side. I like it. Ah, fantastic, Christine. Oh, that makes me so happy. Yeah, online stamping retreat is going to be amazing as always. And yeah, our projects are like full epic, man. I mean, Bruno's are always epic, but I really, really like them. Now, I'm not going to actually tie it in a bow. You can, but I find just doing a little knot gives just as good a look without the drama. Because it's always dramatic trying to do a bow. And I don't know, it just, I don't think it actually does anything necessarily. Oh, you know what you can do here? Someone taught me this and it's very smart. But you can go like that. So that when you're tying a bow, because it's like, it grabs it. Isn't that the coolest thing ever? But you have to make sure it's tight. Like so. We want it to be flat though. Isn't that the coolest? And then you're not all thumbs and fingers then. You've got a spare hand. Because I've always like, I need another hand to tie this bow. Okay, I think we've done it. I think we have a knot. Okay, and then we'll pull this away. Like so. Ta-da! Thank you, little handy would-you-be whackers. So I'm very excited. I've launched a new training program for those of you that are demonstrators out there. My Crazy Crafters team will get access, of course. I'm going to send them an email to let them know that they can be part of it. But I think it's a really good one for particularly ones that are just starting out with Stampin' Up. Or, you know, I do know ones that have been in Stampin' Up a while actually that have this issue. And it makes me very sad when I see it. But it's just the fear of putting yourself out there, and even the fear of like sharing creativity with others, fear of selling, like fear of, you know, looking pushy. And I think it comes back to really just, I think, caring too much what other people think about us. I think we spend way too much of our lives worrying about other people's judgment or, you know, what they think of us. And I think we miss out on a lot of things because of that fear, especially like maybe well-meaning friends and family too, that, you know, don't understand why we're doing what we're doing or why we might be sharing it online. And, you know, they might feel a little bit embarrassed. Like you could see it on their face. They're like, what? You got a YouTube channel? How weird. Like they don't say that, but you can tell by the way they're like squishing up their nose that they're in full judgment mode. But I think, yeah, I'm really going to enjoy doing that training. It's going to be next Tuesday, so I have to make sure all my cameras and everything are fixed by then. But yes, it's going to be so good. So if you're part of our YouTube membership, that's part of the membership, or if you're in our team, the Crazy Crafters team, then you'll get access to that training. And I think it's going to be very exciting. Oh, I love that, Tanya. the end of the day, we're only responsible for our own actions and how we respond to others. Positive and negative actions are our responsibility. Wow. Mic drop, Tanya. Yeah. And I don't want the actions of someone else to change who I am. Like, I want to stay true to, like, if I can truly say in my heart that I'm a loving, peaceful, kind person, I want to do that even when things are difficult, which is super duper hard to do, especially when they keep doing it over and over again. But, you know, with boundaries, like, it doesn't mean they can just walk all over you, but yeah, there's got to be a level of, I think there's peace in grounding. There's peace in not allowing other people's bad behavior to cause us to do something that we regret later. I don't want to live with any guilt or that I tried the best I could to be the bigger, better person in all situations. Not the easiest thing at all. Like, even saying it, it's like, oh, it's so hard. But it's very good. I'm happy. I think we can't have peace in ourselves until we have peace with others. And that peace with others can just be loving them, but loving them from afar. Loving them, but with a few boundaries in place. And the last one I'll do over here. Oh, fantastic. So good. I'm so happy. Thank you, Bruno, for sharing that. And it was he said the name. Let's put it here. Georgia Lane. So you can look that up. Georgia Lane. And also, Margaret, the retreat is going to be in June, but you can sign up now. So if you go to online stamping retreat, I'll give you the link here. It's such a beautiful card, isn't it? It's the beautiful paper that we were given. So there's the link there. And it's in US dollars. Just keep that in mind. I had a few people message me and go, is this meant to be the price? And if you see Lisa's Stamp Studio, that is fine. It goes through Lisa's Stamp Studio. All of the registrations go through that. Yeah, but you're going to love it. We're going to do fun fold cards, kind of like this sort of thing, but a bit more stepped up. It is really fun, isn't it? Love, love, love. So I think for the US peeps, it's just a matter of, yeah, we'll have to figure out your insert for the US one. It'll just be a bit smaller than this one. But I would probably do, yeah, maybe 4 inches. I reckon your little insert here. This is 12 centimeters for us in metric. But if you do 4 inches, and then if you're looking at, like, I think we decided that the lip was about 1.5 inches. So if you're looking at 1.5 inches, so you're probably looking at about, yeah, 3 inches. Actually, it'll have to be 3.5 inches because it'll just tuck in underneath that 1.5 inch bit there. So yeah, 3.5 inches. Let's write this down because it's all just flowing and I don't know how. It's somehow just all coming to me. It's like, how is this happening? I think this is the piece here. Yes, it is. So we've got 3.5 by 4, and then we're going to score at 3 Ooh, actually, we need it a little bit longer because it needs the lip, doesn't it? So let's just figure that one out. So if we do a lip, I did the lip. It's quite a large lip, isn't it? So if we do, I think if we do like, yeah, I think maybe 1.5 inches lip, because you want it to just still have a little bit of room. So yeah, 5. So it's not 3.5, it's 5. 5 inches by 4 inches. 5 by 4. Score at, yeah, I think if you score at 3, and then we score at, no, it's not going to be 3 actually. It will be score at, so it's going to be 5. Yeah, 4.5, and then 1.5. Yep. Score at 4.5 and 1.5. We've done it, peeps. We've done it. I think that will look really good. I'm just going to do a little quick prototype for you just to show you how it will look if we do it in the inches. So it's 5 by 4. So we want you to be able to make it. It's so cool, isn't it? And then score at 4.5. Got a bit of glue on there. And 1.5. Let's see how that looks. I think that's looking pretty good. And that's going to go backwards. And remember that gets stuck down. So you could even go a little bit higher, in fact, but I don't think that that's bad. I think that that looks quite good. And is this the, yes, that's the usual card base. Just see if that's the, yes, that's the American one. So there you go, that's what it looks like. So I think, oh, it does need to be a lot longer, doesn't it? Because that's the lip there. So let's make it 6. Glad we did a prototype, peeps. Let's have a look at this one. Don't you love scrap paper? Thank you, scrap paper. You're so good to us. 6 is there. And 4. Yeah, this is looking better. And so because we've done 6 inches, we're going to go 5.5 so that we have that little lip. And then we're going to bring it up. I think if we do 2, let's go to 2. Let's see what that looks like. Can you hear the plane? Yeah, I think that's good. Yes, that's it, peeps. And then if this is 1.5 inches, yep, it'll sit just nicely. So there we go, we did it. Yay! Drum roll. So that is scored at 5.5 and we did it 2 instead of 1.5. Very good. So there you go. Just so that you've got the little, and if you wanted to, you could go a little bit wider, but I think that will look really good on the inches. And how does the card sit? I think it will sit quite nice. Yes, that looks good. If it goes in too deep, of course, you're not going to sit, but it wouldn't be too bad even if it went all the way down. But you could even glue like a little bit there so that if you didn't want it to go too far down. but you want the length so that it sits nicely in the little spot there. Do I have an actual, oh yeah, I do have this one, my espresso. So 6 by 4, score at 5.5 and 2. That's the insert. And then this one behind, we just figured out that if you add like an extra 1.5 inches onto your regular card base, so just do your normal card base like you would, add an extra 1.5 inches and then fold there. And voila, you have a beautiful, beautiful card. Love it. Chop it. So thank you so much for all being here today. We really appreciate your support of everything we do. So sorry about the technical errors today and not being able to see my face. Pretend you can see my face. Hi, face. I even put on a face for you too. I even did my hair curly and everything. But yes, all of our members, I'll jump on while I'm doing my donuts next. So if you're on our members page, you shall see my face, you poor things. And if you want to join our YouTube membership, for those of you that are part of the demonstrator training section of our YouTube membership, they will receive the special training as part of that membership next week on how to create with courage and have connections. So that will really help you. And yeah, for our lovely creative level peeps, come and join me as I do some rolling of donuts and making bread. Anyway, we love you all very much. Thank you so much for being here, and we shall see you sometime during the week, I'm sure. If not, be here next week. Ciao for now, everyone. Thank you so much. Bye.